that we're going to probably have some type of time jump. Hey guys, it's Quana back again with another This Is Us video. So it is here, it is Tuesday, and this is the night, well, tonight will be the night for the finale. And I just wanted to make a quick video, first and foremost, saying thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, especially all of you who've subscribed for my This Is Us coverage. I really just heartfelt appreciation towards you guys for subscribing. This show has been such a journey, and I am dreading tonight's finale episode, although I know it's going to be beautiful either way. And so I wanted to come on here really quickly and talk about what I think we should expect from tonight's episode, and then also how the fans can continue to support the show after tonight is over with. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed already, do me a favor and click the subscribe button so that you can get the notification when I drop my finale review and recap video. I will probably drop it tonight if I'm not too busy crying my eyes out. All right, so a couple of things. I'm going to include in the description box links to the full-length trailer for tonight's episode, and also a link to the red carpet screening of the finale, in which they submitted the season and the show for consideration to the awards season, and some really awesome comments from Mandy, Milo, and Chrissy about the show and about what we as fans and viewers can expect in tonight's episode. Guys, we're here at the end, and I think more than anything, William's words from last week's episode really resonated with me. Just that if it's sad at the end, it must have been pretty wonderful while it was there. And I think we can all agree that this show has been such a refreshing and wonderful experience to be a part of, even just as fans, of watching these actors who've embodied these characters so fully, watching them go through these 6 years and more. No other show really can give us what this show has given us, which is not just 6 years of showtime, but we've spent a lifetime with these characters. And I think that's the unique experience with this show, that we feel like we know these characters so much more because we have seen them literally from the birth of the big three up until this point where we're at the death of Rebecca. Based on the trailer, I definitely think it's safe to say that we're going to get, the funeral, Rebecca's funeral, and we're going to get to see everyone make their final remarks about Rebecca's life. I'm kind of hoping that some of the characters that we didn't get a chance to see in last week's episode are able to get some screen time with leaving some final remarks. We didn't get to hear from Tess. I think that would be really nice if we heard some remarks from Tess at the funeral. We didn't really hear much from Kevin. Randall kind of had the last words to their mother, so I definitely think it would be really nice to get Kevin to say a few words about his mother, because he has such a unique experience of being the firstborn and of being the son who kind of struggled with her the most, but kind of came around towards the last 10 to 15 years of her life of understanding her and appreciating her. And of course, Chrissy, as Kate, getting a chance to hear from her because she really came in just the last few moments of the episode. Might I say, I'm going to double down and say that I don't think that was the original plan, to have Kate's character be flying from London. I think that when we first were teased all of the different endings, I definitely think it was a part of Kate's original storyline. If you guys go back to the very first episode, her first storyline consisted of, she wanted to lose weight, she wanted to become a mom, and she wanted to be a singer. And she has accomplished all those things. She has lost some weight. She has become a mother on the show. She has become a singer as a character. But I definitely think that creators of the show, that was a part of her first storyline, and for whatever reason they decided to abandon that storyline. And I definitely think it makes sense in the era that we're in everything that's going on with like body positivity, and then also just not pressuring an actress in real life to lose weight for a show is a kind of a bad look. I definitely think it makes sense that as the show progressed, that moved away from being her storyline, and the storyline was more centered on her becoming her own woman, her reconciling with her mother, her becoming a great mom, her finding success in life, in which she's done those things. So I definitely think that this was a way for them to respond to like, where is Kate, because none of it made sense. It also allowed for us to have those really great moments. You know, a lot of everything is a plot device, and so by not having Kate there, you know, Rebecca gets to wait for someone. And it wouldn't make sense that she's waiting on Jack, because she's seen all these people who've already passed away. And then she's also hearing the voices of the loved ones around her in her memory. Jack could have shown up at any moment. I mean, yes, it could have been Jack she was waiting for, but I love the idea that ultimately she's waiting for Kate to arrive so that she can hear those last words from Kate. So I thought that that was beautiful. I definitely love the fact that we're going to get some flashbacks of the original little versions of the big three, because they're all grown up now. I think they're all like 16, 17 years old. And so they don't really fit into the storytelling of the current show, which is why we didn't see them in those train sequences. So I definitely think we're going to get those characters. Let me just say, I definitely think we're going to get almost every major character that's been a part of the show, with the exception of those characters that were only in this show for, I was going to make a comment and say, for the sake of like in relation to the big three, like Zoe and all of those things. But I actually think, you know what, and as I pause, I definitely think we might see almost every major character, because they would be showing up in support of their family and their friends at the death of the Pearson matriarch. So I definitely think it would be really nice if we saw almost every major character who's had a part in this show in some way, shape, or form. Whether that is at the funeral or whether that's just in flashbacks. Mandy Moore has said that this episode is going to feel more like an epilogue. So if last week felt like the finale, then this is going to feel like an epilogue. And so that means that we're going to probably have some type of time jump. And I think I mentioned at the end of last week's video that I think the time jump is going to consist of the births of the next generation, you know, starting with Deja having her baby. We've already seen Jack's wife, little Jack's wife, in the flashbacks or flash forwards from season 5 giving birth, but I definitely think that we're going to see like the next generation of Pearsons. Just this idea that the family continues on, that this family that Jack and Rebecca started continues on. And I definitely think it's going to end on just a bittersweet note. Bittersweet because it's ending, but sweet, more sweet than bitter. So yeah, that's definitely what I think is going to happen in this show. I definitely think it would be great to get it ending on like a family reunion or a Thanksgiving in the future, because Thanksgiving's been such an important holiday, the biggest holiday for the Pearsons. I definitely think if we flash forward to a future Thanksgiving and we get to see like President Randall Pearson or something, like that would be really nice. Because remember what Randall said to Rebecca? He said, if I run, I'm going to win this, and who knows where we'll go from there. And Rebecca said, I know. So like we all kind of know, like little Randall wanted to be president. So I definitely think like Rebecca has that faith in him. So yeah, that's where I think the show is going to end, guys. But I would love to know what you guys think. Like, what are some of the big moments that you want to see called back to that we haven't already seen calls back to in this week's or tonight's episode? What are the things that you want to see? Are there any characters that you want to see show up? You know, yes, Zoe is one of Kevin's exes, but I wouldn't mind seeing Zoe because she is also Beth's cousin. Definitely, I think we'll see. Oh, it would be really kind of cute if even we got a chance to see Deja and Malik's wedding, right? That would be kind of cute to see that. I'd be down for that. So let me know down below in the comments, like, what are some moments that you hope that we see in tonight's episode? I really hate that we're only getting an hour. It feels very unfair that other shows that I love but are on other networks and are only having season finales get 2-hour finales, and our show doesn't. I'm a little bitter about that, but I digress. And more importantly, guys, again, like, I want you guys, if you are a This Is Us fan, to please subscribe. I plan on staying with the show to the end. And I'm hoping in my heart of hearts that this is the end of This Is Us, but maybe the beginning of other things. I'm definitely been toying with some ideas on doing some breakdowns of the characters. I don't know if you guys know this. If you've been with me long enough, you might have heard me mention I'm a teacher. And one of the things that I teach is I teach film and literature studies. And so I'm thinking about doing some things like that. So if you're interested in more This Is Us content, even after the show has ended, let me know down below in the comments. If we can get the subscriber count up to 500, then we can get a community tab and I can check in on you guys and we can continue to be united by this beautiful show that we've had, this once in a lifetime show opportunity, but hopefully we'll get more. Hopefully This Is Us will inspire more people to create shows that are beautiful and that are wholesome and honest and still reflect real life, but do so by bringing people together more than tearing them apart. So I know I'm going to be crying tonight, so I'm hoping to drop tonight, so keep a lookout. But if I don't get a chance to drop tonight, I will drop first thing in the morning. And guys, I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Until then, toodles.